I've been thinking a lot about proving lately. Not proving in the obvious ways like resumes, accomplishments, or titles, but the quieter kind of proving that shows up in leadership every day. The kind where you don't even realize you're doing it even more. I remember a season in my own leadership where I was deeply capable and also completely exhausted. On the outside, everything looked fine. I was showing up, I was carrying responsibility well, I was dependable. But underneath all that, there was this constant low level pressure to justify myself, to show that I deserved the space that I was taking, to make sure no one questioned my commitment, to stay one step ahead of doubt, mine and anyone else's. At the time, I didn't call it proving. I just thought that was what leadership required. I've since heard so many women describe the same experience, often without realizing they're describing it. They'll say things like, I don't know why I'm so tired, or I feel like I can't ever really rest. Or maybe you've heard this one. Maybe you've even said it. I don't want to let anyone down. And when we slow down enough to look at it together, what's underneath is often the same quiet belief. I have to keep showing that I'm enough. And what's striking is that this kind of proving doesn't usually come from ego. It comes from responsibility, from care, from wanting to do things well. But over time, it takes a toll. I didn't wake up one day and decide to stop proving. There wasn't a dramatic moment or a clear decision. There was just a growing awareness that something about the way I was living and leading myself wasn't sustainable, even though it looked successful. And that awareness, that noticing stayed with me longer than I expected. I didn't rush to fix it. I honestly didn't know what to replace it with. But that noticing changed the way I moved through my days. Slowly, unevenly, and without a clear path at first. As this year begins, I've been wondering how many leaders are standing at a similar edge. Not burned out, not failing, but just quietly tired of carrying something they no longer want to justify. If that resonates, there's nothing you need to do with it right now. You don't have to name it perfectly. You don't have to decide what comes next. Maybe just notice where proving still shows up and what it's costing you. I think some questions, some noticings are meant to just be lived with for a while.